the village past the stone where meadow winds ran wild and free, there stood a garden overgrown beside an old and crooked tree. Wild roses climbed the garden wall, their crimson petals touched the lane, and every morning, rain or sun, their fragrance drifted through the plain. One springtime morning, soft and clear, a traveler stopped beside the rose. He heard a girl begin to sing and wondered where the road would go. She turned and smiled beneath the rose, and neither spoke of where to go. Where the wild roses grow, where the warm summer breezes blow, I found your eyes beneath the sky. And suddenly I wondered why I'd wandered road so far away. If you were waiting there that day, where the wild roses grow, my heart found somewhere it could stay. She wore a ribbon in her hair, a faded blue from years before. He told her stories of the hills and roads he'd walked beyond the shore. She laughed and said, "You travel far, but every traveler needs a home." He looked at her and softly smiled. If the road had brought him home, where the wild roses grow, where the warm summer breezes blow, I found your eyes beneath the sky. And suddenly I wondered why I'd wandered road so far away. If you were waiting there that day, where the wild roses grow, my heart found somewhere it could stay. Hey, la, la, The evening bells began to ring, the golden light began to fade. She picked a fallen rose and smiled and placed it gently in his hand. "Perhaps you'll find another road," she whispered softly in the night. He answered, "I have wandered far, perhaps I found my home tonight." Where the wild roses grow, where every gentle evening glows, I found your eyes beneath the sky. I knew I never had to ask why. All the roads I walked before were only leading to your door. Where the wild roses grow, I found the place I'm looking for. Climb the garden wall, the evening settles soft and slow, and two hearts walk along the lane where all the wild roses grow. La, 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 la. winter roads have disappeared. The valley wakes beneath the sun. The apple trees are dressed in white, and spring has finally begun. Beside the old familiar wall, the wild red roses start to grow. I walk the path we knew before, to where our story long ago began. I hear the river softly sing, and feel the warmth of early spring. Where the wild roses grow again, I find you there beneath the wind. After every road and every year, after every distant tear, where the wild roses grow again, our hearts will know the way back then. No matter where the long roads lead, love will bring us home indeed. La, la, la. Hey, I see the garden through the trees, the same old gate, the same stone wall. Then suddenly I hear your voice, the sweetest sound of them all. You wear a ribbon in your hair, a little faded, soft and blue. I hold the rose I kept for you, and smile because you kept yours too. The years have changed the world around, but love remembers every sound. Where the wild roses grow again, I find you there beneath the wind. After every road and every year, after every distant tear, where the wild roses grow again, our hearts will know the way back then. No matter where the long roads lead, love will bring us home indeed. La, la, la. We speak of roads we traveled on, of winter nights and distant skies. We laugh about the days we thought that love had passed us by. But every road we walked alone was leading slowly to this place, and every season brought us back to where we first had seen each other's face. La, 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 la. Where the wild roses grow again, we walk beneath the springtime wind. All the roads and all the years have disappeared like winter tears. Where the wild roses grow again, roses grow. La 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 la. Where the wild roses grow. Where the wild roses grow. Every morning by the well, before the village bells would ring, she came with a wooden pail and quietly began to sing. I passed along the cobbled road with flowers tied beside my cart. She looked at me and smiled once, and something changed inside my heart. Day by day I found a way to take the longer road each day. There she stood by the village well, where the morning flowers grew. Every word she softly sang made the whole world seem brand new. I had traveled many roads before, but I never knew until my heart could find its way back home to the girl by the village well. She told me of the apple trees, of summer fields and evening rain. I told her of the northern hills and distant towns beyond the plain. Sometimes we spoke for only moments, sometimes the whole day slipped away. But every time the village bell called me back along the way, there she stood by the village well, where the morning flowers grew. Every word she softly sang made the whole world seem brand new. I had traveled many roads before, but I never knew until my heart could find its way back home to the girl by the village well. One autumn morning, cold and clear, I placed a rose beside her pail. She laughed and said, "You took your time." I answered, I was scared to fail. She took my hand beneath the tree, and neither one of us could speak. The road that once had called my name seemed very far away that week. La, la, la. beautiful and true. I had traveled many roads before, but now I finally know some roads are meant to lead us back to the place our hearts call home. The girl by the village well still waits beneath the old elm tree, and every morning when I wake, she is the first thing I see. The village bells begin to ring. The morning sun is rising still, and love remains beside the road, beside the old village well. La la la. You gave me a ribbon from your hair one summer evening by the lane. The sky was turning rose and gold, and distant fields were soft with rain. You said, take this when you go, so you will think of me somewhere. I tied it softly to my coat and carried your sweet promise there. Every road I walked alone still carried me a little home. A ribbon from your hair, a promise in the evening air. Though miles may lie between us two, I'll keep this ribbon close and true. When northern winds begin to blow, I'll see your face and surely know no road is long, no night too far, when love remembers where you are. La la la. I crossed the hills beneath the rain, I slept beneath the open sky. I heard the rivers call my name and watched the lonely swallows fly. But every night beside the fire, I found a ribbon in my hand, and all the roads I traveled on led back to where we used to stand. A ribbon from your hair, a promise in the evening air. Though miles may lie between us two, I'll keep this ribbon close and true. When northern winds begin to blow, I'll see your face and surely know no road is long, no night too far, when love remembers where you are. Hey, la, 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 la. followed roads beneath the moon until I heard the village call. There you stood beside the gate, the same blue ribbon in your hair. You smiled as though I'd left that day, and all the years had vanished there.
Across the hills, I crossed the sea, and now you've come back home to me. No distant road can take me far, no winter wind, no falling star. I'll keep your ribbon close tonight, beneath the moon and lantern light. A ribbon from your hair, little piece of love we share. La la la, hey la. The evening settles on the lane, the roses move beneath the air, and once again I hold your hand while you wear that ribbon in your hair. La la la, la la la. La la la.
I left the village at first light, with only bread and coat in hand. The morning mist was on the fields, the road was quiet through the land. I crossed the river by the bridge, I walked beneath the ancient trees. With every mile I thought of you, and heard your voice upon the breeze. Every road beneath my feet was bringing me to where we'd meet. I'm walking down the road to your door. I've walked these roads 1,000 times before, through the rain and through the golden sun. I know the journey isn't done, for every hill and every stone has led me where my heart has known. No matter how far I have to go, I take the road to your door. The afternoon grew warm and bright, wildflowers danced beside the lane. A shepherd waved from distant fields, while clouds moved slowly through the plain. I stopped beside an old oak tree and saw your ribbon tied there still, a little sign from long ago that gave my weary heart its will. Though evening shadows crossed the road, I carried on beneath the stars. I'm walking down the road to your door. I've walked these roads 1,000 times before, through the rain and through the golden sun. I know the journey isn't done, for every like little stars against the night. And there you stood beside the gate, waiting beneath the old oak tree. I knew then every road I'd walked was worth the distance back to thee. Is the road my heart was searching for. The lantern burns beside your door. The village sleeps beneath the sky. I take your hand and smile at you, and let the old road pass us by. Summer fair came to our town, with ribbons flying from the trees. The fiddler played beside the square, and music carried on the breeze. You wore a dress of forest green, with flowers woven through your hair. I saw you laughing with your friends, and wished that I could meet you there. Then the fiddler changed his tune, and suddenly you looked my way. When we danced at the fair, with the summer moon above us there, round and round beneath the stars, we forgot how near and far we were. You laughed and held my hand, while the music played across the land. And from that night I knew somehow my heart belonged to you. La, la. The lanterns glowed along the road, the market slowly settled down. But still the fiddles carried on, as dancers filled the village ground. You told me stories of your home, I told you dreams I'd never shared. The night grew late, but neither cared, while stars were shining everywhere. And when the final song was played, you smiled and asked me not to go. When we danced at the fair, with the summer moon above us there, round and round beneath the stars, we forgot how near and far we were. You laughed and held my hand, while the music played across the land. And from that night I knew somehow my heart belonged to you. Hey, la, la, la,
I hear that old refrain, I still remember you were near. The ribbons may have faded now, the lanterns may have lost their glow, but every time the fiddles play, I find that summer night once more.
Came across the lane and lanterns glowed beside the door. A folded letter quietly was waiting on the wooden floor. No name was written on the page, no seal was pressed in wax or gold, but every word was known to her, the word she'd wished for many days. She read the letter by the light and smiled before she reached the end. Letters beneath the window, words that only we could know. Every line you left for me crossed the miles so patiently. When the night was cold and long, your words became my little song. Though you were far beyond the hill, your letters kept my heart so still. La la la. He wrote of roads beneath the rain, of distant fields and northern skies. He wrote that every passing day still brought her image to his eyes. She kept each letter in a box beneath the ribbon from her hair, and every time the moon was bright, she wondered if he would be there. One final line was awaiting still, a promise written clear and true. Letters beneath the window, words that only we could know. Every line you left for me crossed the miles so patiently. When the night was cold and long, your words became my little song. Though you were far beyond the hill, your letters kept my heart so still. Hey, la, la,
She ran beneath the blooming trees, the letters scattered from her hand. He smiled and held her close at last. No words were needed then. Inside are standing here, side by side. Every road you traveled on has brought you safely back to me, and every letter that you wrote was one more step toward home. Remain inside the box, their edges faded with the years, but now she reads them with a smile, remembering the love they carried here. La, la, la. She wore a crimson rose one day beside the old village gate. The summer sun was fading low, and I had stayed too long to wait. She tucked the flower in her hair and smiled as I came near. I thought the rose would fade with time, but I remember it each year. Some flowers bloom and disappear, but some remain forever near. The rose she wore, I still remember, bright as the evening sun, warm as the dying embers. The rose she wore beside the garden door became the little piece of spring my heart was waiting for. Swallows crossed the sky. She spoke about the coming autumn. I promised I would not say goodbye, but winter came before we knew, and distant roads called me. She pressed the rose into my hand and whispered, "Wait for me." I kept that flower close to heart, though miles would keep us far apart. The rose she wore, I still remember, bright as the evening sun, warm as the dying embers. The rose she wore beside the garden door became the little piece of spring my heart was waiting for. Went by and seasons turned. The rose had long since faded, but every spring beside the wall new crimson flowers awakened. Then one evening down the lane I saw her standing there. A single rose was in her hair, just like the one she used to wear.
was her promise to me. La la la, hey la. The evening settles on the lane, the garden softly glows, and beside her once again the wild red roses grow. Across the northern hills I go, where silver rivers meet the sky. The road is long, the winds are cold, but still your face is in my mind. I left you by the garden wall, beneath the roses we once knew. You held my hand and whispered low, I'll keep a light for you. Though every mile may pull me far, I carry you beneath each star. Across the northern hills, I'll carry your name with me, through every road and every storm, through every distant sea. And when the northern winds blow cold, I remember what you told me: love can cross the longest road if your heart knows where to go. La 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 la. The nights are dark beyond the pass, the fields are covered white with frost. I sleep beneath a stranger's roof and count the miles and days I've lost. A little ribbon from your hair still rests beside my heart. I hold it when the nights grow long and feel we're not apart. No mountain hides you from my heart, no distant road can keep us apart. Across the northern hills, I'll carry your name with me, through every road and every storm, through every distant sea. And when the northern winds blow cold, I remember what you told me: love can cross the longest road if your heart knows where to go. Hey, la, 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 la. One day the winter will be gone, the fields will turn to green again. I'll follow every southern road until I see our valley's gate. And when I find the garden wall, I'll know the journey's finally through. For every hill I've crossed alone was one step closer back to you. from view. And somewhere beyond the hills, a light is waiting just for you. La 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 la. La la la. La 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 la. The winter fields were turning green, the river carried melting snow. I walked the road at break of dawn to where the old stone bridge would show. You wrote to me beneath the moon, come when the first spring flowers bloom. I'll wait beside the river bend where once our summer evenings passed. I wondered if you'd still be there, with springtime flowers in your hair. I'll meet you by the old bridge where the river meets the sky. I'll meet you where the wild roses climb the stones and flowers rise. Though the road has kept us far, though we wandered under different stars, I'll meet you by the old bridge and never leave again. Village bells were ringing loud as I came walking down the lane. The apple trees were dressed in white and spring had washed away the rain. I saw the bridge beyond the trees, my heart began to race. Then through the morning mist I saw a familiar smiling face. No words were needed anymore. You ran across the old stone floor. I'll meet you by the old bridge where the river meets the sky. I'll meet you where the wild roses climb the stones and flowers rise. Though the road has kept us far, though we've wandered under different stars, I'll meet you by the old bridge and never leave again. Hey, la 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 la. You held the ribbon from your hair, the one you gave me years ago. I brought the rose you asked me for from where the garden roses grow. We laughed about the passing years